Still.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Lord, for this
Amen.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And now we continue our topic. So, reports and let's recall the mga topic na aming na-discuss. So, that's the 12 characteristics of all and effectively check. So, recall about the So, number one, mag-spin the wheel ko kung sino yung tawag ko. Spin the wheel. Bali, magtatanong ako kung give an example or definition of what pagkukuhaan. Okay ba siya? Makita na lang. So, sige, Ariha. Ang ating ano is always prepared. So, sige, Ariha. Give an example about
Always prepared. The teacher comes to class prepared. As a result, no time is wasted. So, as a future educator, so kung mag-teach na ganito sa isang field, dapat, before ka musunod sa isang classroom, dapat prepared ka in terms sa itong klase, sa itong mga materials, sa itong tribuna, or whatever, kung sa itong gusto, dapat prepared ka para walay time na ma-waste or walay time na ma-waste.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ariha. And ano, let's sing number two. So, mag-speak na wala sa ka. Sorry na about the number two, the ito, give an example,
So as we are future educators, we should have optimism ourselves para pag na-motivate po ng student, kung ibalik kita ng teacher specific na sa itong kinabuhi, then ang student, ma-motivate sila o ka ng sulod o mag-answer.
Mr. Minang, and this is the number three, the hold high expectation. So, ito na sabi sa speak the beat. So, the high expectation, hold high.
Yes, as a teacher, it is important na mag-hold ng expectations sa mga students. Kay, also, dapat i-highlight ko na to sa students na nag-hold ng expectations sa ila. Kay ano, ang students, kay, di ba, kita na, na-expect kita ng mga students kung makabalot nga, dako nga expectation but murag katunga or sobra sa katunga nga expectation teachers makuha na ko. So dapat manikamot ko aron dili ma-disappoint ang teachers sa kan expectation sa ko. So it is important ka mag-hold ta og expectation sa atong mga students as a teacher kay mao na ang mo-drive sa atong mga students nga mas kanang mahatag sila eager gyud mas manikamot pa sa ilang studies.
So, high expectation, I think yun Ms. Pagalion, ang high expectation is also ma-inspire ang isa ka students para maging go sa ilahang sa pag-studies to love for learning and to embrace the challenges as a opportunity of their best or for their goals to succeed. Then sunod sa to number 4, sa to number 4. Sunod sa si Lamrada. Ay, Lamrada. Miss Lamrada. Sa number 4 is sa tong demonstration creativity.
As a future teacher na dapat kabalo ka kanang na kay creative ba ibalik kita musulod ka sa usa ka klase then kanang dili kay ingon nga murag wala lang bitaw kanang to make mo kanang imo nga journey sa as a future teacher murag imbitaw siyang kuluran kita nimo color para ang mga students mas maengganyo sa imo nga ikaw mga teacher mas maengganyo ang mga students sa imo.
Thank you, Miss Lamrada. So, in addition, the demonstration is ano siya kanang the new and interesting way of teaching. So example, nganin so ma-interest gid ang isa ka students to participate because new na sa para sa ilahan. Bago ya ay kanang more ay meron gusto sila ma-experience nila ito kasi bago para sa kanila. Then example sa nung demonstration training na namin nung namin kailangan grupo, merong nag-activity nga itong mga duck na nag-racing sila. So, di ba, naging agsiko ang mga students to learn for their teacher. Di ba?
Ang inyong ang inyong borders bitaw.
Yes.
Dugay kayo kay nagani mga creative mga design.
Mga new and interesting the way of teaching. Thank you. And then the next is number 5, the exercise. Oh, San Joseba. San Joseba.
Exercise in all aspects of education. We showed balance, the balance of our between the students and the teacher, diba? Yan sa rules of being a good teacher. If merong if merong isa-suggest na mga questions yung estudyante, dapat mo siyang i-answer. Then, if yung mga estudyante nahihirapan sila, then you should collaborate or you should elaborate those things na hindi familiar sila.
Yes, in addition, the fairness of the teacher, hindi dapat siya maging may favoritism sa klase. Dapat equal lang siya and kung ano yung dapat sa kanyang students, so kung deserve sa kanyang students, sa kanyang grades, kanyang opportunity, so ibigay niya. And then the rest is bigyan din niya ng ibang opportunity para makamot din sa students para madako yung grades, di ba? Then, next is, let's proceed the displays personal touch. So, mag-example si teacher about sa kanyang life connected to the topic. Hindi yung kanang magbigay ng story pero hindi yung connected sa topic. Diba, marami nang naging teacher natin, diba, sa high school nga kahit saan na magpunta yung sinasabi niya tapos hindi na connected sa topic. So dapat kung mag-share ka ng yung personal life or personal experiences, dapat connected din sa topic para maintindihan po sa students. Example, ano, the si Ma'am Batistis, di ba? Mag-share siya ng personal experiences niya, then ma-connect niya sa kanyang topic. And then maging interested din tayo para mag-share din di ba tayo pag meron tayong makarelate tayo kung merong ibang experience ni ma'am na na-experience din natin sa ibang lugar or something, ano di ba, like sa last sem natin sa kanyang understanding the self. And then, so anyone, sinong merong example dito? Anyone from the Sino? Sige, mag-sinobi na lang ta. Dili magbalik-balik. Sinong merong example or something Mr. Vera.
For example, if we put kibali ma-teacher man jud ta someday na mga teacher diri, then na situation nga your students is kanang sobrang nag-introvert kanang dili siya maka-share sa iyang mga mga balik maulaw siya mo hands up maulaw siya mo participate sa iyang topic. So as a teacher baka sa imo una nga natin siya yung big problem. So unsa yung mo as a teacher, di ba? Imo siya i-confront na ano ni ngano kuan grabe jud ba shy type. So dili na ingon nga kuan istorya nga murag pakalit na dapat solve ka na murag imo itrato siya as a kuan in a proper way. Dili lang inga magkinis ka ganun dili makamaging siguro kay one ka tuko man ana kay blood ka dapat as a teacher kapag ta ma-handle ana nga situation. So mag-confront ta sa ato ang estudyante kung unsa ilang problem para ma-share nila sa ato ka. So natay ma-advise nila nga makatamang pud way ko sa ilang.
Thank you, Mr. Vera. And meron ka interaction between your students and your profession, diba? Then, dapat maging maging mata ka sa lahat. Kaya dapat makita mo sila lahat kung nag-participate ba or hindi. Para ang iba matuunan ng pansin kung hindi nila kayang maging open mag-voice out sa kanilang gustong isabi about sa topic. Maging open. Nag-gets na ba? Okay, next. Thank you, guys.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning. So I'm going to talk about the 12 characteristics, the continuation of this topic, which is the 12 characteristics of an effective teacher. Cultivates a sense of belonging. Please read the first sentence again.
Cultivates a sense of belonging. The teacher makes students feel welcome and comfortable in their classrooms.
Oh, first sentence lang. So, from the word belonging, we should, as a future educator, I should make the students feel
be caring. Diba? Some of the students, pag gusto niya yung teacher, mag-double effort siya sa kanyang projects, discussion, magpa-participate siya lagi kasi nga gusto niya yung teacher. Next, shows compassion. Please read everyone.
Shows compassion. The teacher shows concern on students' personal problems and sensitivity in relating to them and their problems.
Shows compassion. If a pupil has a problem, we should not judge them. Instead, we should give them an ear to listen, understand them, and support them. By supporting, give them an advice or do not give up. Okay lang yan, maging okay lang. Yes. So, number 9, possesses sense of humor. Please read everyone.
The teacher makes learning fun and enjoyable. Students will never experience a dull moment in class.
So as a future educator, I should have a humor. Because if this discussion, when it comes to discussion, if the discussion are dull, of course the student, or of course the pupils feel bored. Like, mag-bored sila, magchichika na lang sila sa mga kaklase niya, hindi na sila makikinig. Then, ma-feel nila yung antok. Di ba pag dull yung klase, ma-feel nila yung antok, ay, naantok na ako, boring naman yung klase ni ma'am. So, next one is respect students. Please read everyone.
The teacher who respects the students receives the same in return. He is careful not to embarrass students when it comes to their grades or conduct.
So the first sentence, which is the teacher who respects its students receive the same in return. By respect each other to between respect. From the word respect, nana sa atin yan eh. From the moment na tumatapak tayo dito sa mundo. So in respecting to between the teacher and pupils, of course, dyan yun na magsisimula yung positive relationship between the teacher and the students. Kasi kung walang respect si teacher si pupils, of course, the pupils, hindi na yan papasok kasi nga wala niya respect si ma'am sa akin. Ay, hindi naman ako nire-respeto ni ma'am, so hindi na ako papasok. Ganyan. Kaya marami nang hindi pumapasok kasi as sa teacher naman din yung may problema. So, 11, models forgiveness. Please, I'll mention it.
Models forgiveness. The teacher does not harbor any feelings toward the student. He forgives their shortcomings, mistakes, and even inappropriate behavior. The teacher believes in giving his erring students a second chance.
Anyone who can definition of harbor ill feelings? Miss Irene.
For me, kung nalagay ko sa field, kaya mga bata pa man na sila, kailangan ko din ang forgive sila mga sala, sila mga inappropriate behaviors, mga mistakes, or isa din sa mga negative. Kailangan na din natin mag-adjust beyond sa mga students. Kaya in the first place, bata pa man na sila, kailangan pa murag disiplina, kailangan pa sila itulid. So, dapat kita ang good role model sa ila para ma-cope para ma-achieve to nila mga maayong pamatasan.
Yes, thank you, Ariha. Please give a clap to Miss Ariha. So, harbor ill feelings means in Tagalog, nagkikimkim ng sama ng loob. If a teacher has a harbor ill feelings toward his or her pupils, of course, the pupils, hindi na yan, mapipil na comfortable, which is the belonging. Kasi nga, may harbor ill feelings si teacher kay pupils. So, he forgives their shortcomings, the shortcomings of the student. As a future educator, we should give them second chances of the students. Si God nga nagbibigay ng second chances, ikaw pa kaya na teacher. So, as a future educator, lalo na nga, tayo ay ma-handle natin yung mga elementary students, so we should give them a second chances.
teacher, si ako sa Evans Fraga nagchichika. So, as me na nag-discuss, i-equal ko sila kanang sitahin ko sila na makinig, ba't ganyan, ba't ganyan. So, ang tinapik pala nila, nagchichakan sila about the opinions of the discussion. So, as for me, I admit the mistake na, sorry, hindi ko alam na ganun pala. So, if you have a opinion, just raise your right hand.
Correct.
So, admit mistakes, di naman natin, wala namang mali kung mag-admit tayo, wala namang tao kung mag-admit tayo ng mistakes. Yes, tama tayo dyan. Teka. So, that's all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
ma'am.
Good morning. So, before we proceed to the next topic, which is the rule of teachers or rules of the teacher, may I ask you to participate? What would you mean in this picture? So, para walay bias, magbunot na diri o pangalan. Yes, magbunot na. So, unsa ang inyong nasabtan ani na picture?
Okay.
We have Miss Fraga. Yes.
So, a teacher has many rules. So, first is that if you're a teacher, you're gonna be your student's nurse. You're gonna be their attorney, defender, kung anong nangyari. So, you're gonna defend them. Tapos kung mali naman sila, so you're gonna confront them, not in front of the class, but privately. And then also, yung ano talaga natin is to teach students, discipline them, tapos sa uban ng
Thank you, Miss Fraga. And also, magkuhan pa ta addition. Yes. We have Mr. Gumina.
Uy!
What can you say about this picture?
The picture shows the teacher profession is not a joke. Because the picture shows the rules of the teacher should have be facilitators of the students, and the teacher should have it's their responsibility to facilitate the students, to guide them to have a better future and learning.
Thank you, Okay, sige pa daw. So, bakit gusto mo dungan? So, early na lang. Sa tukuan, volunteer. So, gili daw mo volunteer. We have Lulida. Absent si Lulida. Ang attendance po, asan na? Mana? Tanan?
Ako.
Yes, Miss Ariha, what can you say about this picture?
Based on interpretation, that picture shows that being teacher isn't easy. So, kung ikaw magiging teacher is, rule mo talaga is magiging facilitator, as what Dominic said. Tapos, ikaw din yung, kibali, mutabang gani para ma-achieve nila ang ma-achieve nila ang goals, which is ang mga graduate. Tapos, teacher's sport is mo discipline o makatama po siya in different ways.
Yes, thank you sa inyong mga answers. So, this picture shows tama yung mga gipangtubag that being a teacher is not easy. There are many rules that the teacher should do, not only to teach the students. So now we will move to the first rule of a teacher. Miss Miss Ibrera, please read number 1.
The teacher as a community link. The teacher participates actively in the life of the community, interprets the school program to the public, brings parents to participate in school activities, and utilizes the resource of the community to develop significant application of subject matter.
Thank you, Ms. Herrera. So the rule number 1, the teacher as a community link. That means that a teacher work with the people outside of the school. It's either the parents, the professionals, or organizations. For example, nag-invite ang inyong principal na magkaroon kayo ng career guidance. Then, nag-invite sila ng mga professionals para magkusaningala sa inyong atubangan. Then, another is, nag-invite sila ang mga firefighters para mag-talk about fire safety. Unsa pa na ay gibuhat na mga clean up drive, manginana sa inyong community with your parents. And now, I will call Ms. Laborada to say what is the importance of a teacher to link in a community, or yes, what is the importance of that rule?
For example, nakadumdum mo itong giingon ni Mami, bitaw, atong kuan ang teacher, naghani siya, ikuan, kita ba ka ng, for example, katong magpatawag ko ka ng brigada, magpatawag ng brigada sa mga ginikanan, kanang mangguna, then, daghan pang mga ipatawag ni Mami ato sa, about sa teacher nga, which is, kanang nag-use siya, kibali, di ba, family is part of a kanang community, so dito, ang teacher nakakuha siya sa community, diba? Dito, in that example nga, mga parents is, para sa nang magpatawag siya ng brigada.
So what is the relevance of that? Sige, I'll help. Sige, we have Miss Alberto. What is the relevance of that na magpatawag og mga brigada sa mga parents, mga ganyan. So, nang kinahanglan man nga mag-act ang teacher as kanang na ano kailangan kinahanglan man nila mo.
So, the relevance of that situation is para magkaroon ng interaction between the parents and the teachers. So, pag magkaroon ng interaction yung teachers at yung parents, kung ano yung mga announce kani sa kanang sa school, dali na niya ma-inform ang mga parents, which is kanang dali niya ma-encourage kani nga mo-attend kay naman siya interaction sa both sa mga parents sa iyang mga students.
That is all about sa parents. How about sa professionals? Ano kailangan pa nila mo communicate sa mga professionals so that para yes, Miss. Thank you, Miss Alberto.
So, for me, in my own understanding, it is important na ang mga teacher is mag-communicate with sila sa mga professionals guys. You are a teacher, but it doesn't mean you know all things. Diba? Not because you are a teacher, kabalo na ka, unsaon buhat ang atong mga, unsaon buhat sa mga fires, para sa mga career guidance, diba? Kay, kung ang teacher mag-invite siya mga professionals, kanang advantage na po sa teacher aside from the gani advantage na siya sa teachers kay namo siya makuha nga learnings ato mga professionals.
Yes, thank you. So the importance of this is that sakto to yung mga gipanglaong kasi tawag yato na makatabang sa ating students. So the teacher as a community link. So the teacher should must link in a community because to see the relevance of the education para makuan sa mga bata nga ay ingon ani gyud ay ang kinahanglan gyud ay matutulian ay ingon ani gyud ay ang real world bali na siya. So makita nila kung unsa gyud ay importante ang ilang sige pagtuon sa eskwelahan. Sige silang talk about sunog-sunog tapos wala silang kabalo kung unsa gyud ang sunog, unsa gyud ang postura sa mga nasunog. So kailangan nila na mag-invite og kuan mga firefighters para makademonstrate ana tapos and maka-learn na sila in a fun way also education sa real world. So that is the importance of a teacher as a community. Yes? Now we have the teacher as a counselor. Mr. Mercader, please.
The teacher as a counselor. The teacher establishes effective relationship with an individual student, collects pertinent information about each student, guides student in understanding himself, gives advice and assists students in finding solution to their own problems.
So, a teacher as a counselor. So, example, nagklase ka diya sa tubangan. Tapos, naa kay students na feeling nimo wala na minaw, then gabi siya kasad. So, kailangan, dili nimo siya pangutan sa the whole class. So, mangulit na mo, for example, mangulit na mo, kuhanin mo siya na, ikaw, Mercader, pag-ilim ka. Tapos, ka-explore mo siya kung unsa yung problema, nga sad siya, unsa hitang sa ilaha, unsa may kailangan ba niya mga kuan. Then, maghatag kag mga suggestion or mga advices. Yes, thank you. Mga advices para makatabang ka na masulbad tong iyang mga problema. So, another example is na tingala ka nga nganong na-fail man ni siya karon or nagsabot sa na iyang fail na mga exams or quizzes like that. Tapos ka na siya na student is grabe gid na siya ka wala na yes, grabe siya ka active na. So, kana siya, it is possible na na siya yung problema. So, kailangan nimo siya i-understand kung sa iyang mga personal issues so that ang inyong environment or learning environment ninyo is kana ang kung tawag niya na kanang ano na
Wow, smooth.
friendly environment. So, mo na ang importante ang the teacher act as a counselor. Now we have the teacher as a decision maker. Yes, Miss Apatan, please read.
The teacher decides on the objectives that should be established, the type of instructional program that will best achieve the objectives, the body of information that should convey, the most effective methods, techniques, approaches, and materials that would facilitate the attainment of the objectives, and the most appropriate grouping that would best benefit the learner.
Thank you. The teacher as a decision maker. So in short, the teacher is the one who will decide what to teach, what are the strategies that she or he will use in order to the students will learn. So that is the reason why sa ato ang idok to pa lang itudloan na tada kung unsa ang paghimo ang detailed lesson plan so that kana ang ma-organize nato ang classroom as soon kung mahimo na tang mga teacher. Kabalo ta kung unsa ang atong makaipangtudlo og dili ta mosulod sa school nga dili ta prepared. Next, we have the teacher as a director of learning. Yes, Miss Romante.
The teacher as a director of learning. The teacher plans and organizes learning activities, leads students through the learning episodes, controls the whole learning situation, and appraise the effectiveness of the learning situation.
Thank you. The teacher as a director of learning. Imagine sa movie scene, we have a director. So, ang director ang ensure that the scene is gana na siya, okay na siya. So, kani siya director as a director of learning. So, the teacher is one who will lead or facilitate the students. Tapos, i-ensure nila na ang iyahang mga gipangtudlo, ang iyahang gusto na ma-achieve is na-achieve. So, may I call, magbunot na lang ta. We have Miss Banaay. Yes, Miss Banaay. As a future educator, how can you see yourself as a director of learning? And what are your strategies if that one student is not participating in your class? How can you see yourself as a future educator as a director of learning or the one who will facilitate and syempre, gumawa ka muna ng plan kung paano mo achieve yung gusto mong i-achieve para sa klase mo. And then, second,
What are your strategies if that one student or naisa ka student mo na dili ka participate sa inyong klase? What will you do as a director of learning?
syempre, dili din mo siya kanang istoryahon kanang kuan pa kanang during klase. Kanang imo siya kanang pag like for example ganina kay kuan mercader nga imo siya ipabilin then imo siya kanang kuan kita mo private nga kanang istoryahon mo siya kanang mga ani dili ka mo participate sa klase kay para pag sa sunod kay bali nimo nga kanang pag kanang ka og kanang klase is kanang willing na siya mubuan sa imo ha.
Thank you, Miss Banaay. So, napasok diriya sa director, the teacher as a director of learning, ang katong the teacher as a counselor. So, kani siya na mga rule connected lang gid siya na dapat ang kita na mga future educator ituluan kung unsa ang dapat na ato ang mga yes, ato ang mga rule. Then we have the teacher as a information processor. Yes, Miss Tato. Please read. Sorry.
The teacher analyzes information and events and makes it learnable, facilitates its comprehension, interprets them to learners, and communicates them in manner that students can comprehend.
The teacher as a information processor. So, even though grabe kalisod ang topic, pero pakitaan ni teacher o paagi na makakaton ka. Ma'am, dili man jud ko ganahan og math. So, si teacher mangitag paagi nga kana ang maka-learn ka biskag kanang dili ka ingon nga nagsulat sige sulat sige so. So, mangita siya paagi it's either magpadula siya para makakaton mo. So, ingon ana. Mangita siya og paagi nga yes, strategies para ang students make sure niya na naka-learn sa iyang lessons biskag kung sa kalisod ang topic. So, also na-mention siya tong last tidok to na we should use kana ang mga yes, practical things, real life situations so that the student because this can help the students comprehend the lesson. Also, kung sa mga English ibali for example maglisod og sagot so you can also use mga simple words or languages so that your a student understand your lesson okay especially we are kana ang in the elementary so maglisod pa sila nga instead na the teacher helps imo gigamit the facilitator kana ang imong instead the teacher imo gigamit facilitator so instead na students mo gamit learners. Sumurag lisod pa siya nga kuanon sa mga bata. Na sabtan? Yes. Thank you. Next, we have the teacher as a judgment of achievement. We have yes. Kuya. Please read.
Teacher as a judge of achievement. The teacher defines the ability levels of students, evaluates students' level of achievement based on standards, and determine who will be promoted or retained.
Thank you. The teacher as a judge of judgment. The teacher as a judge of achievement. So that is the reason why ang atong mga teacher na ay mga fees after the lesson. So dapat dili ta magreklamo no kay para ra pud na siya sa ato para makuan sa mga teacher kung nabagiboy nakatunan o wala. So kailangan pa ba nila mobalik sa lesson or magpadayon sa next lesson. So mag-decide na sila. Also naabot tay mga class records para kana ang mahibalan bitukin sa gid-ang kana ang tagaan ug mga namo tay na yung mga awards si kinsay kuan pinaka high pinaka highest ganyan so natay wala siya teacher as a judge of achievement para makabalo ka kung kinsa ang bright time sa wala para malahi nimo in order to kana makabalo ka kung unsa imong mga strategies na panggamiton sa imong next lesson. So again, pwede ko mangutana kung unsa to na mga rules ang
Please read everyone.
The teacher as a knower. The teacher knows much about the general fields of his field of specialization, brings knowledge, thoroughly masters the subject matter of learners to the world of ideas, provides accurate information to students, and readily answers the students' questions.
So, the teacher as a knower means that the teacher are like experts who know their subjects very well. They help students guide, understand things by sharing their deep knowledge in a way that is less confusing. Just like what Bayawa said kanina na sa pangitaan niyo paagi nga para makasabot ang estudyante. For example, in math class, ang teacher kay nagpakita og mga klase-klase nga ways para pagsulbara sa isa ka problema. In a way na dili siya lisod sabton. So, yeah. So, number 8. Everyone please read.
The teacher as a mediator of culture. The teacher articulates social, political, and economic traditions, develops cultural values, transmits culture, and enriches cultural growth of students.
So, the teacher as a mediator of cultures means that the teacher guides and helps students understand their traditions, behaviors, and values. They guide students understand how culture shapes societies. For example, in history class, the teacher tackles about a past event showing or emphasizing how that event affects the way people live today. Yes. So number 9 is the teacher as a model of everyone.
The teacher as a model for the youth. The teacher exemplifies the scholarship and ideals valued by society and demonstrates acceptable sets of values.
So the teacher as a model for the youth. This means na ang teacher is this means that the teacher are like examples na model para sa mga estudyante nga sila ang magpakita nga unsay tama nga behavior unsay pagka nakay gawin yun yung value o kalimbutan na attitudes. They not only teach subjects but demonstrate with na kanin ang sila gani ang magkuan niya ang dapat para ang estudyante mo rin musunod sa ilaha at makasunod sa ilaha. For example, ang teacher nag-put of efforts para magbuhat sa lesson plan. It emphasizes na magkuan para appreciate sa estudyante ang pagbuhat og hard work og dedication. Ug usa pa ka example is kanang pagkuan. Number 10.
The teacher as a moralist. The teacher envelops a functional moral and ethical code, creates acceptable moral atmosphere, and establishes norms for behavior within and outside the classroom.
So the teacher as a moralist. This means that the teacher have a role in guiding students in what is right or wrong, guiding them what the teacher influence students not only academically but moral behavioral. Behaviorally and making ethical decisions. For example, in a classroom, the teacher encourages students to help study. The teacher helps students the teacher encourages students to help each other, emphasizing the positive impact of lending a hand to a friend. Gets? Like this, the teacher as a person of culture, everybody.
The teacher as a person of culture. The teacher possesses a broad general cultural education, demonstrates adequate skills in the use of language, is well informed of current developments in various fields of science, and appreciates arts and literature.
So the teacher as a person of culture means that the teacher brings their own cultural background, experiences, and values into classrooms. They use this aspect to enrich students' learning and help them understand different cultures. For example, in music class, a teacher introduces a teacher introduces to music genres from their own culture, fostering an appreciation for musical traditions. In number 12, lastly.
The teacher as a pioneer in the world of ideas. The teacher carries students to new insights and knowledge, leads children to wide-ranging and unlimited inquiry, and develops new ideas and practices to meet the needs and demands of the time.
So the teacher as a pioneer in the world of ideas. This means that the teachers are like explorers to help students discover new ideas, understand different concepts. For example, na science teacher, pwede makuan sa teacher nga, pwede makuan sa teacher ma-unlock ng kuan sa students nga mas ganahan na sila kuan mo, maminaw, mag-participate sa kuan in math and art class. The teacher encourages students to have a creative thinking, making learning more exciting and interesting. So, just in case is maglibot mo, nahay say kalahian sa mediator of culture and the teacher as a person of culture. Ang mediator of culture is ang teacher mo yung magkuan niya, magtulog yun sa kuan, magtulog na sila sa kuan nga para mas malaman mo ilang pagkuan sa culture. Ang the teacher as a person of culture is ang kana mag-focus ang kuan sa teacher sa ilahang mga experience, ilahang kuan para mas makabalo pa sila sa
Pag-usap. So, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
So, this is the last topic of our report sa Group 1. So, 10 common challenges teachers face in the classroom. So, everybody please read the number 1.
Understanding different learning styles.
So, a single classroom was often contains students with a wide set of learning abilities and styles, right? So, and it's nearly impossible for a teacher to use only one teaching method. Why, Miss Elizabeth? That it is nearly impossible for a teacher to use only one teaching method.
If only one method exists, so the teacher will not totally ensure that the students are totally listening. So dapat they can make their own plan or decision-making process to ensure that the students are totally listening.
Oo, diba? Kaya kung one teaching method lang, ibali munang balik-balik ka gani, like, ikay, teacher ko, musulod ko sa eskwelahan, tapos magtudlo ra ko, din magpa-quiz, and pagkaugma, magtudlo na ko, magpa-quiz. Do you think, daghan ang malaman sa bata? Hindi, diba? So, Isay, pwede mo answer. Why do you think that this is a challenge for a teacher? Ganong ang understanding the different learning styles of the students is a challenge for teachers?
For me, it is challenging to
kaya dili lang kana ang atong buhaton, di ba? So for me, challenging siya nga maghimot ang mga different styles kay dili for me no, sa ako lang understanding, dili ko maka-ensure nga ang akong learning styles nga gibuhat karon is tanan makasabot kay di ba we have a diverse nga students man. So kung maghimo ko kana ang learning styles nga appropriate siya sa tanan pero di ba na may kanang kuan na ay different intelligence ng mga bata di ba? So na sila lahi nga kuan gali pagsabot inana kay uban dali maka-catch up ang uban dugay. So di challenge siya sa ako in a way nga murag maka kanang murag maka kuan ko ba nga like na kanang murag kanang murag mahuna-huna ko ba nga dali ra na catch up balay sa akong mga students ng mga styles nga akong gibuhat ingana kay lagi sa akong giingon kagaina na ay mga lahi-lahi nga kuan ang mga estudyante lahi-lahi sila. So also may bawat magyapon na nato nakasabot ba sila o dili pero lahi ra gyud ang kanang more confident kang ang kini nga styles bisan pag lahi-lahi sila o kanang intelligence masabtan gyud nila.
So, thank you, Miss Pavilion. Let's give a hand.
Hold my explanation. So, it is a challenge for teachers because teachers are required to think strategically when making lesson plans. Diba? To cater all the learning styles in their classroom. Kay, when making lesson plans, diba, kanang dili ba yung mo na masunod gid ang lesson plan, kanang word by word, pero kanang dapat na kay plano to cater all the learning styles in your classroom.
Yes.
So, dapat flexible po si teacher, no, when it comes to teaching. Kaya para makuan ba ka ng ibalik para na siya adjustment sa ihang mga students. Kay, sa gingon pa ni Miss Bagalion, lahi-lahi o kakayahan ng mga estudyante. So, next is,
Lack of effective communication.
So, klaro na kayo nung challenge siya sa teacher kay do you think makasabot ang bata if kanang your classroom kanang lack of communication? Di ba dili kay di ba communication is the key para makasabot ang mga estudyante sa imuhang lesson. Kay if the teachers and the students lack of effective communication, the students will not easily understand the lesson. So, not every student, especially in lower grades, na makasabot tayo, kanang, unlike sa kanang ganing high school, na pagbadlungon mo murag, actually, dili din sila maminaw, pero makasabot tayo sila. Okay, kita, PED, teachers man sa sunod, elementary pagkutuan, hindi na tumalik kaya nga, nagito yung mga buhay ng mga estudyante. So, saan man ninyo pagbadlong sa ilahang mga dili ko, dili sila malain. Dili ba ka nang dili na tumalik kayan sa atong room na lagi ka nang gigid maminaw lisod ko babaon din natin mo siya eraser. Dili ko kaya ka. So, usa man yung pag-communicate sa iya nga maminaw siya. Right, gid ka na.
For me, as we saw na teacher, we must confront them, not just only kanang istoryahan ba. We must work out siya sa warning nga kanang may nusan gani para kung ma-aware kanang kung nagwani nun siya nga mas makatuon siya sa sunod para mahandle siya ni.
Uy, mo siya istorya nga. Kanang dili ka magsaba-saba kay di ba makadisturbo pud sa klase. Willing ka maminaw di kanang maghilom ka. So, especially sa ato we are future BL teachers. So, kanang we need to have an effective channel when it comes to teaching. Kaya para kanang ganing sige ra kang tudlo dira tas wala ka balo nga imo na yung estudyante wala na nalinaw sa imo ha. Di ba lain pud kayo nga naghatag og efforts nga makabalo sila pero wala ra dai nila kanang ganing wala ra nila i-appreciate. So, kanang maghatag ka og kanang effective channel for communication para masabtan nila og sabot ang ilahang mga lesson. So, Miss Almanza, ikaw. Field 4.
The next common challenges teachers face in the classrooms is number 4, communicating with parents. So, this will be administration
process. Dito sa as a teacher ka nang mag-up-to-date bitaw ta permis sa kanang mga update sa mga apps kay ang mga teacher is kanang mas dali magud mas madali ang imuhang trabaho kung maggamit ra ka og kanang technology. For example, kaning Microsoft Excel bitaw ka nang mag-compute og grado. Muna ginagamit nila tapos automatic naman gud na siya mo total kung pila ang grado sa among mga students. But some places is lack of fund kanang kulang bitaw ang budget sa gobyerno kay kana other places is kanang may signal kung bitaw kaayo ang ilahang lugar munang maglisod sila og kana access sa internet. Munang sa number 3 is mga challenges sa kuan teacher. So number 4 is communicating with parents. So one of the most challenges and pressing one of the most pressing classroom challenges faced by the teachers it is the fact that some students are not receiving adequate support outside the classroom. So kaning ang mga as a future educator, we need to support, guide, assess our students para sa kanilang future din. So dapat tabangan nato sila not only a teacher but also the parents. When the teachers can work with when they are at school, when an active parents when a parents take an active part in their children, they can with the parents take an active part in the children's learning, that the student is much more likely to succeed. So kinahanglan po dato mag-communicate sa parents sa mga student para po matabangan sila kay for example kanang bitong mga kanang sigig absent dili ka walo mabasa. So kanang kailangan po dato og support sa parents para po matabangan ang ilang mga anak. So kanang I have a question. Who can give me a situation based on your observation or kaning na-experience ba ninyo nina anang usay mga situation na nakita ninyo na kaning nabitong wala gisuportahan sa parents usay ka na problem sa mga problema
kanang sa mga brigada eskwela, mga pahina, and sa banpod sa mga meetings, kaya maging parents na dili gyud sila mo attend ana. So as a teacher, murag lisod kayo sa inyong part mag-adjust. Kaya alam man trabaho na di mo tanan, niya kuan pod kag ang uban dili mo attend, katong attend mo reklamo nga. Ma'am, unsa man to? Kanang bias kay nganong okay lang man to siya nga wala tapos kami nag-participate. Something like that.
Thank you, Kuan kaning ay kadayo kanang situation na kanang based na sa inyong observation ba yung nakita na kaning unsay problema nganong dili makasupport ang parents sa kuan iyang anak.
Siguro sa akong observation na tungo na kami nakay-classmate sa nag-dito siguro. Tapos, iyang mga duties, dili jud nila anang pamahay, kana din maguna, tapos kana pag may meeting, dili ka-attend, kana mag-receive ka ng cards, di po siya maka-attend, kay tungod man po sa kana lack of support. Uy, naman ginis lang po. Lack of support, tapos tungod na po sa kadaghan ganit sa iyang anak, dili na niya ma-cater kung isa niya ka anak ay tungod ang kato na naman isa. So siguro mas prefer ko niya isa mo dito siya, tapos wala niya magdala ng time to isa niya ka anak. Unfair.
Thank you, Mr. Kuan, another example is kana gani maghatag og GCA sa gika nakoy classmate sa una na kanang tawag aning gikan grade 7 to grade 12. Kung gino siya hatag-hatag og GCA.
mag-graduate so that is isuhan lang same.
So, among teacher ato kay kuan struggle siya kay daghaning buhaton ng advisor sa Philippines kaya daghaning buhaton ng